Hi Steve! The M62 is like the Himalayas. Jesus. Oh yes, the car park that is the M6. Morning all. Gonna go meet Steve this morning. Finally a day off. It's a lovely morning. Met Office says not so much later on, so we'll see. Just have to get some go-go juice from here. And hopefully he's here. There he is. Hi Steve! Number 8 mate please. Nice one. Tarpo. That looks smart, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm up with it.
Oh, it's a triple black as well. So a bit of a last minute blip out today. Steve is, in his spare time, does observing for the IAM. I think he's a national observer at the minute. And his next test is going to be his Masters. That's the way I understand it anyway. So he's having a ride over to Crewe, which is apparently where he's going to do his test. Bit of a recce really to ride some of the roads. Bit of preparation goes a long way, I suppose. Not quite sure what route we're taking, so tried to put it in the sat-nav but wouldn't have the postcode in mind, so I'll just try not to lose him. Which in fairness should be difficult. I jest. Well, you don't need to see a load of motorway riding, so see you when we get there. The M62 is like the Himalayas. Jesus. Oh yes, the car park that is the M6. Horse shit! Oh, he's having a run at the side of his van. Yeah. Jesus Christ. We're currently at Shavington. Still managed to stay dry at the minute, but so yeah, the reason we're over here is because Steve's going to be doing his IAM Masters. He already does, he's a national observer like I said before, but doesn't get paid for it. In fact, I don't think any of them get paid for it. It's more of a voluntary role that they do in the spare time. I've never actually considered it myself, to be honest, but maybe one day, who knows. I hate these bloody things. Lost the plot. Lost the plot. This is a nice bike though. I think we're going to spend most of the day dodging the rain. So we're going to use this opportunity. Obviously the IAM is Roadcraft, so we can use the opportunity to talk about Roadcraft and briefly explain the system of motorcycle control or car control. It's like the Bible, isn't it, Roadcraft, for advanced riders and drivers. Certainly in the police world. I know there is other options out there, like, is it rapid training? So, Roadcraft and the mnemonic IPSGA. So the system of motorcycle control, or car control, whatever. Same thing, different name. So Roadcraft would say that the system is a systematic and methodical way to negotiate and deal with hazards that leaves nothing to chance, or words to that effect. And it's broken up into stages. So you have information, position, speed, gear, acceleration. And when dealing with a hazard such as this, what's this, a left-hand bend, that's a hazard, you know, it can be. You've got advanced warning signs, junction to the offside, there's a vehicle coming to the offside, going over a bridge, is it tight? So another hazard, you've got a near side junction. They're all hazards, and we use the system to negotiate them. So information, what do? So we take, use and give information, or for the facetious ones amongst you, we have a tug. So you're always taking information. Where does the road go? Is Steve braking as he goes around a bend, giving me some extra, giving me something extra if he's braking on the bend, or what's he seen that I haven't seen yet? So what's the vehicles behind me? Where does the road go? What's the weather doing? You're always taking information. And you use your senses as well, so smell, certainly on a bike, smell diesel, smell horse shit, you know. You can see, you can smell, you can hear. Can you hear a bike coming that's doing a silly overtake? Always taking information, and then obviously we have to use that information to formulate our decision. And then we also give information, so you know, you might headlight flash, your position itself, indicators, horns. So that's the basic principle of the information phase, and it's constant, so you're constantly assessing information, looking as far down as the eye can see, coming back to the bike and looking behind you, what can you see behind you, and then going back again. So constant. So I don't really consider that a phase. I think that's part and parcel of it. You're doing it constantly. So position, and the main thing to realise about position is you don't want to be sacrificing your safety for position. Back in the Nationals, tap tap for the mirrors. So the next phase being position. So we have a whole road to use for position. Some may split the lanes in 1, 2 and 3. I believe that's the IAM standard. And then obviously from a police perspective, would use the entire road. So you could say positions 1 to 6. So you've got this side of the road as well. If you see a hazard, or you're approaching a hazard, so you want to position yourself to get the safest and best view to negotiate that hazard. But you also need to remember the line of being able to stop in the distance you can see to be clear on your side of the road. So position is, in its most basic term, is where you would position yourself in the lane for safety and advantage. So if you think about a lane being split into 3, so position 1, 2 and 3, position 1 being the near side tyre tracks, position 2 being centre of your lane, and position 3 the offside tyre tracks. So that's the basic principle. Okay, so if you're going around a right hand bend, to get the better view around that bend, you would want to position yourself in position 1. Okay, but you don't want to sacrifice safety for position. So let's say on the approach to the bend, like this bend here, let's say I'm in position 3, I'm coming around this bend, but this position is full of potholes. Well, I'm not going to put myself there. And that's the same for anything. If you're approaching a load of parked cars, you might put yourself in position 3, or even position 4, which is the other side of the carriageway. Depends on what you're passing. So speed is the next one. And again, in its basic form, is my speed right for this hazard? So whatever hazard you're dealing with, you need to think, is my speed right for this hazard? Now it might be that you're either going too fast, you're going too slow, or your speed is fine. So gear is the next phase. Very similar to speed in the fact that all you need to think about is my gear the correct gear for this hazard? And if it isn't, change it. Some nice roads up here. And then the last bit of it is acceleration. And again, it's exactly what it says on the tin. You need enough acceleration to get you safely and legally through the hazard. And that's it. It's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward. But you're constantly going through it. So, you know, right hand bend and position 1 for the bend. Is my speed right? Yeah. Is my gear right? Yeah. I know my speed's right, I can see the limit point moving away from me. Left hand bend, position. Offside tyre tracks. Is my speed right? Is the limit point moving? Yes. Can I keep positive throttle, pothole. Right hand bend. Is my speed good? Yes. The easiest way to demonstrate IPSGA, in my opinion, would be on roundabouts. Okay, right, so there's a parked vehicle. I don't know what the parked vehicle's doing. So there's my information. Position. I'm going to position over here. Speed. I'm going to take some speed off. Is my gear right? Yeah. Pass safely. Tap tap for the mirrors. Acceleration. Back up to the speed limit. That's it. And we just do that repeatedly. So the next hazard now I can see is a right hand bend, so I'm going to position near side tyre tracks just for the view. I can go centre of my lane now. I've got advance warning of a near side and then an offside bend, so I know there's going to be another bend after this one, and then we've also got a crossroads. So position, there's another advance warning, there's the crossroads. There's another advance warning, so information, taking all the information in. Position. Now I'm going to move position now, position 3, because it's yellow van. But then I'm going to come back to the position 1 for this bend. And I'll probably stay position 1 because of the HGV. Got a junction near side, position. Gear's fine, speed's fine, acceleration's fine, offside bend, position, near side tyre tracks, everything else is fine. Another bend, position 3. You remember when I said right at the beginning about constantly using information? So it's always there. That one's hidden, but it's a offside bend, so position 1. So vehicles are braking. Got an advance warning again. What's that? The junction, crossroads. Should have an offside junction and then a near side junction. So there's the offside junction. There's the near side junction with the van. So centre of my lane now, position wise. I'm not sacrificing safety. I'm not going in position 3, but I'm not going in 1 either because of this van. So if we're going to implement the system for a hazard, so we're in the Nationals now, 60 miles an hour. Okay, I can see these vehicles in the distance that are braking. So there's my information all the way up that hill. I've got one vehicle behind me, and then I go back up to the top of the hill. I can see there's an advance warning sign on the near side. Can't see what it is yet. It's an offside, then a near side bend, so I'm going to position 1. Speed's fine, it's a big sweeping bend, gear's fine, holding position 1 with a positive throttle. So that is IPSGA in a nutshell. Information, position, speed, gear, acceleration. We use it for every hazard, and the information portion of it is constant. Okay, so it runs through every phase and we're constantly taking information. Even for this, I'm stopping at roadworks. I've got one vehicle behind me, he's a little bit close for my liking. I'm going to stop tyres and tarmac on Steve with my left leg down. So if I'm going to be here a while, I'm going to knock it out into neutral and then cover my rear brake. So when we're stationary, we're still using information. Still using information. They used to say things on the training like looking out for Bob and Tom. So Bob and Tom are your cyclists and your scooter riders. This van driver behind me is on his mobile phone. That's quite obvious. Yeah. So the reason we look out for Bob and Tom is they'll sneak up on you. Yeah. Bloody hell, this bike's hot. Fucking hell. Oh, here comes the wet stuff. We've done well so far. It's spitting. Right, into the 50s. But that's IPSGA. So you'll realise that they all flow into one another. Oh, look at that bear. What the heck? Interesting. But that's IPSGA. Information, position, speed, gear, acceleration. And they all flow into one another. So you're always taking the information on. You take the right position without sacrificing your safety. And once you're in the position, you want to think about if your speed's correct. Is it too fast? Is it too slow? If it's too fast, you need to reduce your speed. And then by reducing your speed, you'll probably have to move into the gear phase and change the gear. And then once you've got the right gear, you go through the hazard. And then on the way out of the hazard, you're onto the acceleration phase. And you want the right amount of acceleration to get you away from the hazard. And that's it. And we do that for everything. So, like they say in the book, it is methodical. You're working your way through it. The information phase is constant, because you're always assessing information. So, information, bus, position, 3. Away from the bus. Gear's fine, speed's fine. Tap tap for the mirrors, past the point of no return for these lights. Acceleration, up to the speed limit. Right, so, information, what have we got? We've got countdown markers for what looks like a speed limit change. So there's your information. Vehicles are now slowing, position, speed, gear, down through the gears. I don't want to stop, I'm in first now. Tap tap for the mirrors, acceleration, and back up through the gears. .200 marker for the 30 speed limit change. I'm still alright at the minute, but we want to be 30 at the speed limit sign. So gear, there we go. Information scanning all the time. Up the road as far as you can see, back to the bike behind, back on the road as far as you can see, back to the bike behind. Always scanning, always taking in information. And then that information that you get will dictate how you move into the next phases of the system. And your decisions can change based on information. So I can make a decision here of what I'm going to do at this next bend, but when I get there I may have to change that decision based on the hazard that presents itself. So we're going into a national, but the lights are changing. So position, yeah, position's fine. Speed, need to slow down or stop. Can we over brake it? So going through the gears, see if we can do it without stopping and having to put our foot down. Yeah, lights are changing, tap tap for the mirrors. Acceleration, away from the hazard. So we've got a HGV that's parked near side. Stay in position 2, I think, for the oncomer, so we're equalising the distance between the parked cars and the oncomers. I can see the road's going round to the right now. So, early position, there's your position. Is my speed good? Yep, 60, I think it is. It's a sweeping bend, gear's fine. Positive throttle, maintaining this. Scanning all the way around the bend, I can see that the limit point's moving away from me. Right, so we're going left. Information, roundabout, take, use and give, signal, position, near side tyre tracks. Is my speed right? I'm going to start rolling off the throttle. Reducing my speed, coming down in the gears. So second gear now, near side tyre tracks. Right shoulder check, left shoulder check on the exit. Acceleration, cancel the signal. And that's a typical use of the system. Simple as that. Ooh, I'm a bit peckish. Ooh, a tunnel. Like a big kid. So that's been IPSGA. I've probably not explained it very well. Please forgive me. It's the first time I've done a video whilst riding a motorcycle. I've obviously got lots to learn about the video making process and all that, but it seemed like a good opportunity just to put something out there and just get started on it. Hopefully it helps somebody. I don't profess to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We all make mistakes. Just go out and try it. You know, I've never known anything different than IPSGA. It's something I've always used. I was an advanced driver before I was an advanced motorcyclist, and I did it on the old system. So when I say the old system, I mean the old driving license system. So I was an advanced driver, and then in around 2007 I bought my first motorcycle, which was a 125, a Hyosung GT 125. Quite a large bike for a 125, but did my CBT. I never had any lessons, so I used what I had learned on my advanced driving, give or take position, because they don't really like you over positioning for a DVSA standard test. So I took, you know, observations, smooth braking, smooth acceleration, all them things really across. I rode the 125 for around 12 months, and then I put in for my test. I still had to do the mod 1 and the mod 2. So it was all the same. The difference is that when I passed, which was 2009, your driving license automatically upgraded to a full unrestricted license after 2 years. So I passed my test, but then I was on a restricted license for 2 years, so I went and got an SV650 in blue. I love that bike. And I fitted a 33 brake horsepower restrictor to it, and then I rode that for 2 years, and then after 2 years my license automatically upgraded, and then I went and got a CB 1000R in white. Again, another good bike. I had the CB 1000 until I bought this one, which I got this year. So quite happy with this bike, it's comfortable. But anyway, I hope it helps somebody out. Go out, give it a try. If you've never done it, you know, maybe give it a go. Try and work it into your riding. Yeah, thanks for watching, and take care. See you on the next one.